What's up?
All right. We are back, man. I told you we back like cook crack, man. We serving the streets the heat. It's New Music Monday, man. And that was a new track from the big dog himself, Radio 3000. It's called Authentic. Something that it can't be on you. It's got to be in you. Just because you got it on you, that'll make you authentic. It's got to be in you, man. So y'all make sure to follow the big homie, Radio 3000. That is the number, not the word. Follow him, he doing big things. Speaking of big things, I have the one and only Shawty Lo in the motherfucking building. That's the Junior. That is the Junior. What's cracking, big homie?
Man, I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. And I definitely want to salute you. You know, you could have been anywhere you wanted to be. You know what I mean? My folks tapped in, and you was like, we here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Damn, you look just like bro. I'm talking about got to be more careful. I mean, shitting me. I say genetics is a beautiful thing.
Hey, man.
Okay, well, we're going to jump off the porch kind of quick. Tell me a little bit about you and growing up. I would imagine, you know, Shawty Lo had how many kids did he have? About 14, 12?
11 included me.
Okay, so where were you actually raised?
On the west side.
Okay.
Born homes, at the ridge, you know, so like over there.
And you the oldest?
Nah, fifth.
You the fifth?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And as far as the boys?
It's only two boys. It's me and my older brother. My older brother, he's the oldest, so it's him, three girls, then me.
Wow. How was that, like growing up in such a big family and just having a big family tree like that?
Man, it was crazy, man. So you can only imagine the type of fun that we used to have when we come together, as far as holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or like when Dad, or he'll try to get us all together. Like we'll probably go to the zoo or go to the circus, do things of that nature. So man, shit, it was always fun, man. It was always lit.
Okay. So, growing up in BankHead, BankHead has been synonymous with, just real shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from Chicago, and when I moved here, everybody wanted to go to BankHead. Everybody wanted to know about Born Homes, and I contribute that to Shawty Lo, how he really put the West Side on the map. You growing up, how did that kind of affect you, knowing that you already was in a position to where you could be respected because of the work that your dad put in?
How did that affect me? I would say, like, as growing up, I ain't really too much think about it, or just, it's like as a kid, you see all these things going on, but you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know the depth
of what it is.
Like you see this, you see that, but you don't know like this really mean that, and that really mean this.
Right.
So so it's like as a kid, like my mom used to work for my dad.
Okay.
So it's like you got your dad a kingpin and your mom a trap queen. So
right. See that's crazy, and I'm glad you brought that up. When I had to sit down, I caught a drug case in 2005, and it was a guy that I was locked up with in my room, and his name was Carlos Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So when he came in, everybody was thinking,
he Shawty Lo.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know who Shawty Lo was. So when they was talking about this guy Carlos Walker, they thought it was him. So when we got to talking about him, what the people knew was, they said this nigga Shawty Lo had all the goddamn women. He had all the women there. Carlos Walker. See, I didn't know, because once I found out they was the same person, I said, damn. You know what I mean? Like when niggas are talking about you behind that wall, you standing on something. You know what I'm saying? Like the streets is one thing. It's a perception in the streets. But when you behind that wall and niggas are steady shouting you out and giving you flowers, I was like, wow, like this dude, he really. So when I met him, I said, damn, this nigga got the best of both worlds. This nigga got all the women, and he's a hot rapper, and he got the work. You know what I mean? So it was amazing to see him being able to play, in my opinion, two different entities: the father, the artist, and then the king. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's real.
Going into you, at what point did you, because with you being into music, and I would hate to just sound politically correct, but who were some of the artists that you grew up listening to?
We grew up listening to like Jay-Z, T.I., Jeezy. Who else?
Shawty Lo.
Shawty Lo.
Now,
Yeah.
how is that like knowing that your dad is as big as he is and you listening to some of his music? Like, how did that make you feel? Or was you like, well, no, that's just my daddy?
Exactly. I was always like that. I'm like, that's dad. I ain't really see him as, Shawty Lo, the Kingpin. I ain't really see him as Shawty Lo, the rapper. So I just seen him as dad.
Okay.
So like, as far as his status and how he was getting, treated and respected, I ain't really take it in, or like it didn't really get to me who he was. Cause at the end of the day, he's still my
dad.
pops.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of artists, when you come, I don't want to meet the entertainer. I want to meet the individual. And the first time I met Shawty Lo, we was at Club Chocolates with Parlay. And, shout out to Parlay. But Shawty Lo was always approachable. He didn't care where it was. He always supported the independent movement, whether it was a Salute the DJs award show, whether he was going to the gate fucking with DJ Ace. Some people carry that Hollywood image. And that's what I loved about Shawty Lo, is that he was a real dude. Like, he didn't give a fuck about Hollywood. He could have went Hollywood if he wanted to go Hollywood. That wasn't in his soul, and that wasn't in his spirit. Now let me ask you this: did you ever get a whooping by Shawty? Did you get spanked a couple times?
My dad didn't really believe in whipping his kids. I mean, but that got in trouble like once or twice.
Were you a bad child?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
That was cool, man. I was in sports, getting good grades and stuff. As kids, we may do a little crazy, a little weird stuff sometimes, but that just come with growing up. But for the most part, I ain't really get in trouble.
That's good. You say you out there hooping?
Football.
Oh, football. Oh, okay. Well, I know you got a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let me ask this. During the time with Shawty Lo's transition, how did the industry, how did they treat you guys, or was it just like water over the bridge? Like, did anybody reach out to you guys? Because Shawty Lo was known worldwide. So did any of the industry, the music people today, any of you guys reach out?
Like right now?
No, back then. I mean, now I'm sure it may be different, but back then, when those type of things happen, people need support. They need back to being a man. Fuck this music shit. But to lose someone at such a young age, you would think that people get on the phone from the music industry and reach out to the family and ask, is there anything that you need or things of that nature, or is that all just cap?
I mean, no, it's really not cap. I mean, as many people as said that they would, me personally, I don't really get caught up in what people say they gonna do.
Right.
If they do it, they do it, and if they don't, they don't. And at the end of the day, everybody still have a life. Most people, most of the time, people say that because that's just the nice thing to say.
That's true. That's like motherfuckers say, how you doing? They really don't be giving a fuck how you doing. You start telling a nigga really how you doing, the nigga be like, bro, I gotta call you right back. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely appreciate you saying that. And with my mom taught me younger, when you expect things, that's when you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an expectation, and then whatever a person does, that's just what they do. So I mean that makes sense. When did you start the music? And had you been doing it?
I actually haven't been doing it. Like, I really didn't start doing music until my pops passed. But it's like I never did music ever. So back in 2017, that's when I first started trying to do music, because they had passed 2016 September. So it's like around, I say like January, February, should I try to start doing music or whatever the case may be. So it's like I felt like I had the wrong crowd around me at that time. People like, bro, your dad saw low, the people gon' fool with you. You get it. I was like, bro, if this music ain't good, it don't sound good, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They don't care who you is.
That's real.
They might just wanna, because emotions and everything high right now, so they'll wanna step in. But at the end of the day, bro, this still business.
Right.
And then like, well, I actually, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I first tried, bro, so like personally,
Right.
to me, I was like, bro, it don't sound good to me. I don't like it. I ain't putting it out.
Okay.
So it's like, so I really fell back. And I just recently started back, like 2021. My dad came to me in a dream, and he just like, take the music serious. He say, you gonna make it. He say, but you gotta give it 100%, just like everybody else. He say, I'm gonna put the pieces around you to help you get to where you gotta go, but the only way you gonna make it is if you put in 100%, just like everybody else. You're not just gonna make it because you shot a little
That's
son.
true. That's true.
So and at that time, I was incarcerated for violation of probation. So I had that dream on January 4th, 2021. So I had court the next day.
Wow.
So basically, he say, you're not going home tomorrow, but when you go, you gotta give it 100%. So I had court the next day, and them folks say, nah, bro, your next court date is February the 9th. I was like, damn, like he just told me I ain't going home.
Right.
Right. He told me, so I was like, you know what? That was the first confirmation right there. So I had court on the 9th, and I ended up getting out on the 12th, February 12th, and man, I got a studio, and the music actually just sounded better. Maybe because I had my confidence,
the confirmation too.
Yeah, the confidence and the confirmation. I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Like, and I dropped my first single, Bricks, and then I got out here going to showcases, let people see me networking and stuff, just like any other artist is, supposed to do. But people like, bro, you making this type of music? Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, like ever you like it? And the phone like, why?
Right.
They hard right here. I'm like, what you think so? I'm like, so I'm like, if this hard, man, look, I got some over that came from.
I know that's right. I got some good work. We got enough for Fleet the Block. So what is it like when you're in the studio? Like, do you like to have a lot of people around you, or you like to have it dimly lit? You want it to be lit. You might need a blunt, some Douce, or do you just like? What's your process like?
Me personally, like, I like to go on this. I like to take my time. I don't like to feel rushed.
Okay.
And I'm not the person that like a lot of people. Like, probably like people who can help me get my thoughts and ideas out. Like, because I'm a person, like, I might come up with a concept or I have a vision.
Right.
And then I have those people like around me who be like, well, your vision, we can word it like this.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, cool. Now I got the hook now, because he was able to turn my vision into words.
Right.
So it's like, I like, not too many people, but people who can help me.
And that you trust and respect their opinion. You know what I mean? That's true. So it's, and I think a lot of people don't admit that they have a team around them. And it could be a small team. A team is more than one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that brings out a lot more of the artistry, because everybody needs somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that's a great perspective when you're saying just putting, because it's a song, so we got to put it together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bricks. What was the mindset when you went in there and did Bricks?
Bricks was just like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna introduce myself, like where I'm from, who I am, and just talk about that, but just give people the insight on how I'm gonna be coming,
Okay.
So yeah, that's Bricks. Like, we from Born Home, which is called the Bricks.
Right.
Dad had bricks.
Bricks.
So I mean, and that's what our foundation is built off of. Your foundation is built off bricks.
Right.
Well, it's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean.
No, that's real. That's real. And that's how you elevated from bricks.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, now I did see you shooting some content.
Mm-hmm.
I think I seen you with the Raz, Lynn Tate, a few other celebs. Tell me a little bit about the movie series and what role you gonna be playing.
Okay. Well, in the movie with Lynn Tate, I'm basically be playing my father, because basically my father met Lynn Tate, and and he basically kind of took her under his wing and showed her love and stuff like that. So like in this movie is really like about her, and like it's about a lot. It's about like sex trafficking, like being safe, but it's also about her being an artist and things of that nature. So it's a lot just to paint a picture. But I'm gonna be playing pops, just me, or him meeting her, telling her to come down to the city type thing, and she came to the studio with me and everything like that.
And
So,
how that kind of came together.
mm,
Okay, and it's gonna be a series.
no, this is just gonna be a movie. The series that I'm working on, I'm getting to all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. I'm actually gonna do a series about my pop's life.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. Now I was shooting some behind the scenes footage a while back with Lynn Tate, and I know you was there. I ended up meeting your mom. I still got all of that content, so I'm not sure if this was the same concept that she was actually putting together. But yeah, I took a lot of footage, and I just didn't put it out. I think you might have been there as well. I mean, because back then, people be places, there'd be a lot of cameras, so people don't really be networking. So I'm gonna go into my archives and pull it on out. You know what I mean, and see if I can show the world how long you've been out here getting it in.
Okay, bet that.
How was that? For you to becoming an actor and getting into the roles. Was that a hard jump for you, or did it come natural?
I mean, is it like I never act or took acting classes. It's just something that I just jumped into, man. I just tried it.
Is it hard?
Not necessarily, but it does take practice. I feel like you more so just have to have fun with it. Like, and like not get too, like when I first started trying to act or trying to read the lines and the script and stuff, I was getting kind of nervous, and I'm like,
right,
don't want it.
Right.
So,
instead of making it your own.
Yeah.
And I've done a little theater before, and what I've done is you have the person that you're playing, you have to be consumed by that individual. That's who you are. And once you become that individual, the words, like you can slate certain words. You know what you want to say. And that was one of my problems. I'm trying to read the shit word for word. Once you make it your own, now it becomes that much more believable. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely excited for you. You know what I mean? And I hope that the movie is a success. I hope that the movie series is a success. And I already know that the music is gonna speak for itself.
Yes, sir.
Now, back in the days, I think they were considering doing a reality show.
Yeah.
With your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would have been great for the kids, for his legacy. But back then, he was such in a different lane, they didn't want to show that. Like the networks didn't want to show nothing like that then, but look the shit they showing now.
And it's crazy that you say that.
Yeah, because it was an opportunity for them to show a king with many queens and how we all together.
Right.
And how we can make it happen. Black women have issues within themselves. I thought that reality show would have did a lot for the stereotype of black men. You know what I mean? They could say why they didn't do it, but I felt like those things that we have to, because it's real. You know what I mean? And in order for you to have a reality of something, you got to see it. You got to show it. Because we see all the fake shit and we go along with the fake shit. But then when we talking about some shit that's real, nigga get mad. Nigga want to goddamn fight you. You know what I mean? So I think that would have been a great opportunity. And even with you doing the series, hopefully you can expand on what should have been given to him back then. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's really just crazy because when you say that, like, or even like they were trying to stereotype it and basically say like it's gonna be women on here fighting and then we don't want to degrade the black women and stuff like that. But like when you think about it, Flavor Love was out back then. You got all these women
Love and hip hop
fighting over one man.
Right. Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, exactly. Like
you know what I mean? But the difference is it was women. That's a man. And it goes back to the perception or the lack of how they give black men. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing is going to change if they don't give us the opportunity to show the change. You know what I mean? And when I look at all the other reality shows, I think that would have been great. And it just kind of show you the narrative that they push for black men. You know what I mean? You have kids?
Yes.
Do you?
I have a son. He's 6 months now.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
No, congratulations. And how's that being a dad?
Man, it's cool. It's like you really just gotta like. Sometimes it be crazy. Like when I see him, I be like, bro, like I really got a child. Like, or he be staring at me, and I be staring at him. I be like, man, what really going on? So I got a whole kid out here, but like it's crazy. But like having a kid just really make you more focused, locked in, because you got somebody who's dependent solely on you. Like they cannot fend for themselves at all. Like it teaches you to be more patient, but you got to be more on your shit too.
Right. And once again, congratulations. And what's your son's name?
Cairo.
Cairo?
Cairo.
All right. Well, I didn't know that, so you just gave me some news you can lose. And once again, congratulations on being the father. You know what I mean? Speaking of Shawty Lo Jr., how long have you had the name? Is that your name, or is that just the artistry name?
Yeah, I mean, that just me being an artist.
Okay. No, and I think that's pretty dope. I mean, I think that keeps the legacy alive, and it allows people to know. It's like what another parent would do. They name their first son, they give him the Junior. So I think that's dope, and it's going to continue to evolve to something bigger. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, I am Junior. I'm Carlos Walker Jr.
See? So, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I'm Carlos Walker Jr. Shawty Lo Jr.
Oh.
Junior.
Wow. Okay. So that's a legacy within itself. Do you feel like you have to live up to a legacy, or do you feel pressured to live up to Carlos Walker Jr.?
I mean, I don't necessarily feel pressured, because I know at the end of the day it's only one low, and and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to do what he did, like, or to the capacity that he did it, because he's him. So the only thing I can do is try to build off that, and and create my own lane and do things that I would want to do, but also with carrying on his name as well. So I really don't feel pressure, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a different type of person, artist, and so like my work and the things that I do is gonna speak for itself. But every time I do something, people always say, "What? That's what your dad would have did." So it's like trying to get from under that
umbrella.
shadow.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. But it's a good one to be under.
Definitely is. When you look at, when you pulled up over here today, when you was pulling up, who was you listening to?
We was listening to who? Future, Lil Baby.
Okay. So those are artists that, if you had an opportunity, would you like to work with?
Yeah.
Okay. What about any independent artists that may be out here buzzing?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't really keep up with a lot of artists if they ain't really mainstream, or they just not like in my face, like they like their work or who they are is not being like spoke about, or something that I keep up with. I don't too much pay attention.
Okay. Well, when I posted that you was coming down, I had a few folks getting in the DM. They trying to tap in with you.
Okay, cool.
So that's always a good look. You know what I mean? Okay, so the music industry and the legacy that your dad has. Give me some input that you think where his legacy is right now to this day.
I mean, his legacy still stands strong, and the reason that I say that, because I can't go nowhere without nobody telling me a good story,
right,
of things he's done for them, how he inspired them, how he helped them, how he showed them the way, or just any and everything, because he always showed love.
Yeah, he did, always.
Everywhere he went, he showed love, and like you said, like he was the person that you can come up to him, like he was very approachable.
Right. A lot of these artists ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he never carried himself like he was better than the people. And that's what I always love about Shawty Lo, and I've always respected him about that. I didn't care where it was. He was always for the people. A lot of artists, as they grow, they get kind of big-headed. They forget, who they used to be versus who they are. And I think that's something that's honorable. You know what I mean? Give me Give me one of your favorite Shawty Lo songs.
I mean, to be honest, like I was a big fan, and you know, me a person who love music. Like I know when music is good to me, and when it's not good to me. But one of my, it really depends on what type of mood I'm in,
Right.
cause I might want to hear Dun Dun, or I might want to hear They Know, or I might want to hear Birds or On Demand. You know,
Right.
really just depend on how I'm feeling. You know, cause sometimes you know different songs hit you differently when you in a certain mood.
Yeah, I would say Shawty Lo with the sick slow fall, with the slick slow flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gonna get into the two hot singles that we definitely have. Did you want me to break them in any order? Now the Bricks track, is that the actual single?
Yeah.
Okay, and how long has that actual song been out?
It's been out. I dropped it in. I dropped it in May of last year. So it's been out for like a year and a half, maybe.
Oh, and is there video out for it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well let the listeners know where they can check out the video.
You can find the video on YouTube right now. You know the numbers and everything still going up. It's over 70,000 views right now. So you can go on YouTube. That's Shawty Lo Jr. featuring Trayvell Bricks.
All right, man. Y'all hearing it here first on the Legnedary radio station. We live with Shawty Lo Jr.
I'm from the west side, little nigga.
Now, we got
BankHead to be exact.
segment that you
Yeah.
may want to do, you may not want to do, but we do like a on air.
West side, BankHead, going home, gotta know the bricks with me. Young nigga run the city and I got L.O. with me. Get the bag for this bitch and push
just
from what's
give
on
it your all.
city.
You know what I mean? Like we get some marketing to it. I didn't kind of prepare you for it, but I was like, I was waiting for the comment.
Everything y'all did, best believe we done been did. Tiptoe, take for the BankHead, ain't place to pull up on, stand up, for the king, shit gon' bring L's up. Built nothing about G-Code, young low going beast mode. Still got a thing for free codes, took his whole like repo. Low ran the base like they know. West side.
Hold on. We gotta bring that back. We gotta bring that back, man. We gotta bring that back like good crack, man. I done told y'all what the fuck is going on, man. We talking about these bricks, man. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna bring it right back, man. Y'all pay attention. New Music Mondays, man. We live with Shawty Lo Jr. Locked and loaded with your boy P.Weezy, man. That's 2 E's, 1 Z. Don't ask me why it's been that way. It's gonna stay that way. You dig?
I'm from the west side, little nigga. BankHead to be exact. Yeah. West side, BankHead, born home, gotta know the bricks with me. Young nigga run the city and I got L.O. with me. Get the bag, fuck the bitch, and push your phone wheels all through the city. We done came a long way from them dirty dishes. L.O. showed the whole city how to get it. Everything y'all did, best believe we done been it. 10-toe, cake for BankHead, ain't place to bank go. Stand up for the king, shit gon' 3 L's up. Built not about G-Code, young low going beast mode. Still got a thing for free codes, took his whole like repo. Low ran the base like they know. West side, Al Pacino. Niggas really want to be low, but they could never really see low. Ain't I fresh as hell? Bitch, put a head under this Gucci belt. I can show you something different, I can show you something real. She gon' know the difference, it won't be that hard to tell. I'm from the brand. I was raised up in the trenches. I cover hard times with a hard life. I was raised up to get good. They know. Niggas step aside and get with it. I'm to the king up in my city. Ain't no place out of these streets I can't go.
Alrighty, man. If y'all didn't know, now you know, man. Hey, Bricks, bro, listen. Dope track. You definitely put the bars in that thing, bro.
I appreciate
You know
it.
what I mean? No, I mean, like, I don't know how long it took you to come up with it, but it's
A long
smooth,
time.
really. And sometimes, you know, it's like fine wine. It gets better with time, and you want to make masterpieces. Because, you know, a lot of artists throw a whole bunch of shit on the wall and try to find what's going to stick. You know what I'm saying? So if this what your concept is I go with that. You know what I mean? Because I already nigga put out 10 songs in a day, but nigga, I'd rather take one good song and push that. I definitely like that track. And you got You got some lyrics.
Man, and I appreciate that. And I've had people tell me like even other artists would be like, bro, like, you know, I go to the studio probably 4 5 times a week, make 20 30 songs, but and they were like, your music is quality music, like it's quality, like I got quantity, you know. But he was like, bro, and they was like, bro, I'd rather do what you do and make like at least every time I go to the studio, like my work got to be good.
Right. You're your
For
own
me.
worst critic.
Yeah. So if I
Right.
don't like it, I ain't fucking with it.
And
period.
even if other people around you may like it, or you may say, well, you don't like it, but I trust y'all opinion, because you know sometimes it be the song that a person don't like, and that be the motherfucker that blow. Nigga be like, shit, that was like a throwaway track, bro. I didn't even think them niggas was gonna gravitate to that. You know what I mean? So I think like with the Brick song, it's definitely a great introductory song. I think that's a great. Where did you shoot the video? Like, was it
We
all
actually shot the video on the west side. Like not too far from. I shot it in front of Bowen Homes, like part of it, certain scenes. And then I was right there by Club Crucial too.
Okay.
So I was right there on the west side when I shot the video. And I also shot a scene at my dad site, his grave site.
Okay. And even just bringing back the memory, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Shawty Lo was such a big inspiration to not only the city but to the world. He was one of the first people that I remember who, when he passed, he rode around. They rode him around like they took him to the strip clubs. They rode him around, and that just shows the love. I think to this day, I think BankHead, Bone Homes, the community, I think they're still hurting because another thing, a lot has changed in music. Shawty Lo was the type of brother where he helping niggas get that bag. See, it's a lot of selfish motherfuckers out here in this industry, and you know that. But Shawty Lo, he was gonna bring a whole bunch of people with him because that's who he was. Even when it came to the Laffy Taffy, he wasn't Laffy Taffy. I mean, that was a great song. It went platinum. That nigga was the king of BankHead. I'm gonna leave you with this before we get into this other song. I always used to say, people match up people. But when I look at T.I. and I look at Shawty Lo, T.I. said on Big Facts what he said as far as when because T.I. was in the trap with the breakdown dimes. The other niggas were getting 36s. So nigga was in the trap with the breakdown dimes. He trying to get the plug. Goddamn L.O. told him, bro, you had to get your weight up. Nigga, that what the nigga was supposed to say. Nigga, this ain't music, nigga. These goddamn streets, bro. I ain't doing nothing that little. Nigga, you don't get your weight up. Come on back, nigga. I'm gonna see if we can make it happen to get it cracking. That hurt Mr. T.I. So when the song came out that he wanted him to get on the song with him, T.I. said, well, I told him he had to get this weight up. To me, that's ignorance. If I had to look at something, he is the king of the streets. You can have that music shit because, a lot of times the machine will put that motherfucker behind you, nigga, so it appears that you that nigga. You is that nigga in the music, nigga. You a good-ass rapping motherfucker, nigga. But when we talking about streets, I think that has a longer lifespan. I think it has a longer shelf life. When you think about who was really great and certified in the streets, and you talk about who was great and certified in the music, I think the streets gonna always weigh the music because the music is a form of entertainment. The streets is a way of life. You know what I'm saying? So y'all put that in y'all backwood and smoke it slow. You know what I'm talking about?
And it's really crazy that you say that because even before my dad started rapping, T.I. people or T.I. or whoever, they used to reach out to my dad to use his cars in T.I. videos.
I seen that. So it was a lot more, and that's when the entertainment is the perception. You know what I'm saying? And these are facts. This is no cap. This is facts. So I want people to always remember that when he say he done it all, wasn't no cap in that. He done it all, nigga. He done it all. Quick. You know what I'm saying? So you come from a special piece of cloth. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure to have you here. I'm definitely gonna put Bricks in heavy rotation. We media based, media certified, so when we play it, you get paid for it. And now we finna get into the second. Now let me ask you this. Now you had Trill
Battle.
He's on both tracks?
Nah. Travell is on the first track. Trill is on the second. Yeah,
Now, if you don't mind asking, who produced that track? Now, if you don't want to say, because, niggas be dick ride, they be goddamn try to slide in a nigga DM and try to sound like you. But,
no, it should be, it's only one me, but I ain't never gonna stop nobody else from getting, some money or some customers or nothing like that. So, the person who produced the first track, Brits, that was one of my dad producers, and his name, Low, but don't do that right now.
oh, yeah, it might be a reason now, but I think y'all have great chemistry. I would definitely like to hear. So you got more tracks with him?
Nah, that's the only one.
Please do me a favor and do another one. You feel me? I like that. I like the chemistry. I think that song and you guys, I heard this track, but that one was my favorite. When I heard it, I said, no, that shit is some good chemistry. You know how Zay will work with Gucci and Shawty Red will work? You know what I mean? I think you guys would have some pretty good chemistry.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah.
Trill did it again.
Okay.
That's the what he go by. Trill did it again. Trill.
He definitely did it again. But you on that motherfucker. Y'all did it again. You know what I mean?
That right too.
Now the yeah. The yeah. What was the mindset in this particular track?
I actually went to Trill's house. Trill, the artist, not the producer.
So I see you hang around a lot of Trill motherfuckers. Huh?
I got to, man. Got to. So I actually went to Trill house, and this is the first track me and him ever did. So like when I pulled up, like we was chilling, and I was like, bro, either he said it or I said it. I was like, bro, shit, we need to do a song together. So he pulled up a couple beats or whatever, and he was going through them, and I stopped him on that one. I was like, that one, right there.
That's
like,
it.
all right, cool. So when we put it on, for the people who don't know Trill better, he gonna pour up some shots. Hey, well, he gonna get you lit now.
That's my kind of guy.
I'm telling
you know
you.
what I mean?
So the beat playing, or he went and got the shot cups, pulled up, some things. So and then we had played the track about a couple times. I was like, okay, so I got it. I was like, bro, the hook or whatever we do is gonna go, yeah. So and then we said cool. So he sat down, put the headphones on, and then he started. It's like we was really, in a way, we was kind of competing, like
right, kind of vibing. So you say it was almost like a competition.
Yeah, cause it's like he'll say something fire, and then I be like, hold on. Then I go sit down. Then I got down, and then I say something fire, and then he'll come back down. He'll say something fire. Be like, nah. So then it's like we was it's like it was fun. Like it was
fun competition.
Yeah,
and that brings out the greatest. It's like Michael Jordan playing Kobe. Like, nigga, that was a good move, but shit, I got to come back with a better move. You know what I mean? And I think you have to have that because it definitely brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? It brings out the best in whatever you do. You know what I mean? I think competition is healthy and it's needed for growth. You know what I mean? In an ideal situation, take 3 years from now, 4 years from now, where would Shawty Lo Jr. like to be musically?
Musically, that's a good question. I ain't thought about that because it's like me, the person that I am. I've been thinking more on the business aspect. Like I want to be running my own label, helping other artists, putting people in position and putting people in place. Like right now, it's like Brits is really the only single that I really actually just pushed, and I've been taking my time now learning like the stock market, learning the music business, because this is a business, and it's like you don't have to be a mainstream artist to get money in this business.
That's facts.
And I didn't know that it's a lot of artists that you don't know about or who is paid
getting good money,
like going on tour and everything, and you be like, I don't know a song from this person.
Right. And that's real. I mean, the internet has exploded to the point where there's a difference between getting some money and getting famous. The famous people, they do have money, but they don't have the type of money that we think they have. Independent nigga, if they getting all their money, you know what I mean? Like when the labels do shit for you, they gonna start deducting this and this and this, and when they keep all deducting this shit, and then when you see what you got left, nigga be mad as hell. That nigga be like, shit, y'all cheated me. No, nigga, you cheated yourself. So I think learning the business will give you longevity in music, no matter what facet, whether it's artistry or if it's just the business as well. So, and I think you'll do really well with it. Before the music, like, and I'm gonna replay your song. If you wasn't doing music, what do you think you would be doing, or what have you been doing prior to music?
Before I was doing music, I was really doing sales and marketing for AT&T and Direct TV.
Okay.
So like I never really thought that I would have even been doing that. To tell you the truth, it was just like, how to put it, probation was on my ass and I had to find a job.
Okay, you had to do something.
So it's like I went in for the interview. They called me back. Hey, I go in. I really don't know what the hell I'm getting into.
Right, but I got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And to all the young men that's out here, man, you know, you got to work. You got to work. Don't nothing come fast but jail time. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage all individuals, man, to work. You know, keep you out of a lot of trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So ain't nothing wrong with working. If niggas laughing at you because you ain't working, look where they gonna be, because you are working. Look where they gonna be in a couple years. So don't let no nigga trick you off the street thinking that working a 9 to 5 is lame. No, being behind them walls is lame because you didn't want to work a 9 to 5.
And not getting no money
Right.
is lame.
Right.
For real.
No, for real. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta work. I don't give a damn what you doing. I don't care if you're on the side of the street selling ice cream and shit. At least right here trying to do
That's
something.
it. People can respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we
That's
finna
not
hit
bad.
y'all over the head with the second single. Is this an exclusive track? Is it already out, or is this just something that you slid to Atlanta radio station so I could pop my collar and say I got the exclusive?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put it like this. It's out, but we still pushing it. Like we haven't shot the video or none to it yet, so it's still kind of fresh to the streets. So you can definitely pop your collar right now.
Hey man, so you got an exclusive one, man. From the big homie Shawty Lo Jr. and it's featuring.
Trill battle.
All right, man, y'all hearing it here first on the Atlanta radio station. Let's go.